All right. So we're here in Ho Chi Minh. It's super early morning, I think, for those in North America, but it's a little later in the evening here in Vietnam, and we're in an alleyway where we're all eating fresh cooked seafood, or mainly shellfish, but we also have different stalls kind of coming in, including this lady who just walked by with balut. I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of or seen balut, but they're basically unfertilized duck or chicken. I guess these are duck eggs, right?
Yeah.
So we thought, you know what? For those who have never tried or seen it before, let's try it here. So you've seen me eat bugs. You've seen us eat. Well, we've got all these shellfish that we've just demolished, and now we're going to eat duck eggs. So my partner in crime on this trip is Christinn from Toronto, who's never had balut before. I've had it a long time ago. Let's see how these guys go. So what we want to do, I don't think we have any. I guess we could use our own spoons.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna break open the shell, and then we're gonna have a grand old time. So again, if you've never seen or tried this before, it is a regular food, kind of a delicacy, and we're just cracking open the shell. And our cousins are giving us a good.
Want me to do this one too?
Sure. They're giving us a big tutorial. Hi there, Istanbul. How are you doing? And for those who are joining, let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, and whether or not you've had something like this before. It is a common food, and as you can see. So now her cousins are saying it's like so there's options, as you can see. Yeah. So they're saying that basically you crack open the egg, as you could see, and inside there is obviously the juices or the broth. You don't want to pour that away because that's where all the flavor is. And if you look closer, I know some of you, hopefully you won't get sick or grossed out by this, because, well, I ate bugs before, so having a bird, I guess, shouldn't be that bad. But you see this. This one's a little bit more fertilized than I'm used to. There's
Is there fur?
There's no fur, but there's bits and pieces of the duck or the bird, and there's some feather in mine. So Kristinn's been really nice to help us peel away. So that's what it looks like inside, and we're gonna. Don't lose all the juices. You gotta drink it too.
Okay, I gotta drink the
So you can either season it or
just drink it.
yeah. So Kristinn's going for it first.
Oh, it tastes like soup.
Soup, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like
It's
soup.
basically
Savory soup.
if you know of a cooking process called sous vide, it's kind of the same sort of thing, right? Because it's in its own shell or in its own little package. I think mine has a nice enough hole, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it. So welcome everyone again. It is balut testing time, and I'm going to flip the camera over so you can see me do this. So here we go. We got the. Do I live here? No, I'm visiting. So it's only been, I think, day number 1.52, and we're doing balut. And you see some of the juices are trickling down. And here we go. Hi there. Tastes really good. Tastes like a really slow simmered stock.
Oh, this is what mine looks like. Can someone tell me what these parts are?
It's a part of a baby duck, baby bird. It is an egg. It is an egg, and it's a fertilized egg, which means it's not the liquidy yolk and egg, I guess, white. Instead, it has bits of the bird in it. So we're gonna season it a little bit.
So this is, I think,
Salt, pepper,
and lime with chili.
Look at Kristinn's. Whereas mine, I got to peel mine a little bit more. So hold on.
Let me peel yours.
Look at that. I get to become Princess Renee today because you get to peel mine for me. So these are a little bit more developed. Yeah, it's also. You wouldn't eat that? Well, if you've ever had chicken, this is kind of like a earlier version of chicken, wouldn't it be? I know some would say it's kind of the idea is kind of gross, but the taste is really good. It is foul. That's a good pun. Stout said foul is an F-O-W-L, so that's smart. Yeah, not a Wendy's, but there are some McDonald's and things around here. But kind of coming all this way, besides some of the interesting kind of food things that they have, this at McDonald's, I'm saying, this would be my preference in terms of eating something local. Okay, so let's do it. She's eating a spoon. I would just eat it straight. She's a princess, she says. Eating a baby, yes. We're getting our food babies this way. And how does it taste?
Tastes like egg yolk. Is it not supposed to taste like egg yolk?
No. So, I mean, for those who thought it would have been strange, this tastes just like egg yolk. It's just in a nice broth. Have we been to New York? Yes, we have. Both of us separately on different occasions. I think I'm just going to eat it straight because I'm holding the camera with one hand. So,
what's this? We have guts.
So, it is egg. So it is an egg yolk. So you see, it's not really that well developed because it still has the yolk. Do you guys live in Vietnam also? No, we're just visiting. We actually live in Toronto, Canada. So we're here. We were in Bangkok last week, and then now we're here in Vietnam. So I'm going to take a bite. Hopefully I don't gross anyone out. That's really sweet of you. It's not too disgusting. It's like an egg mashed with a baby chicken. Here we go. It's really nice. It's soft. If you look, I know it sounds weird, but there's some meat. So it's almost as if someone put together a really soft boiled egg and a little bit of braised meat. It's delicious. You gotta try it. It looks gross. I will say it doesn't look the most appetizing, but it actually tastes really good. And if you're grossed out, I don't want to say check out or don't check out some of my Periscope broadcasts from the last little while. I ate many different kind of insects, both in Bangkok and also in Mexico City, including some the size of my palm. So this is not a big deal because it is, it's kind of normal food. So here we go, more.
What's this? Can anyone tell me what this is? Liver?
Part of the chicken. How's the texture? It's really soft. And I can't say that it's not a bird because I know this sounds gross, but I just cut out a little bit of feathers. There are some remnants there. So this is called Balut. B-A-L-U-T. And they have it in a few different Asian cultures where it's just simply steamed like ours was. I'm sorry, I'm still spitting out feathers. So her cousins are saying just eat the feathers too, but yeah, I'm like, oh, is my internet signal problem? I hope not. So we're gonna see how this goes because we are trying our best to broadcast from a really noisy, busy street corner. And if you can see, there's cars and there's like vendors all the way by, but we are in an alleyway eating seafood, and just picked this up from one of the ladies who was selling balut. We also had things like crepe. How old am I? You don't ask a girl that. No, I'm old enough. Maybe I should ask how old do I look. I hope not too old. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Fourth 34. I can only do so much about the internet signal from where I am. Hopefully everyone else can see me okay. So I'm going to pick out the rest of this. So the hard thing we're not supposed to eat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The last bit of my balut. Mainly looks almost like a piece of yellow placenta. I know that sounds delicious, right? It probably is what it is.
Oh, I found my feathers.
Oh, you
the feathers? So the feathers, the wings. Oh no!
That part tastes just like egg yolk.
呢係咪雀仔毛？係啦。哦，鴨毛啊。
She's asking if those are the duck's feathers, and they are. So we just picked them out.
We're being yelled at.
Those are the feathers. But we were just scolded. We were just scolded to eat the feathers too. We were just told you have to eat the feathers, but that's really a technical thing. So now we've eaten it. High five. There you go. Thanks for joining us on our adventure. Hopefully we'll have a few more. She already joined me to eat. Hello from Italy. I hope you will. That would be really nice. I do love Italian food. I'm going to show you a little bit about this restaurant, this outdoor restaurant, because it's pretty awesome. So hold on one second. So those of you who are tuning in now, we just ate our balut. I would encourage you to rewind and to watch it and see all the bits and delicious or disgusting pieces of it. But it was very tasty, and it just tastes like an egg.
It's like egg.
That's it. Egg with some stock. And then we're going to take a look here at the rest of this outdoor venue. So this is our table that we just finished. It's funny because all the shells, when you're eating it, you just throw them on the ground. Here's some of the rest of the alleyway. And I'm talking about alleyway because you see cars drive through, and vendors drive over to sell things to people who are sitting at tables. We also had a performance. Oh, there's the lady who sold us the balut. It's very good. And this is the stall where we were eating fresh seafood. So they're out of a lot of things because, you know, all of us have eaten quite a bit and it was super delicious. All flavored differently, all sorts of wild salsa clams. Those are the blood clams. I still am not a huge fan of them, but they were still tasty because of all the flavors. They're preparing the crab. And without me trying to get in the way, like I said, a lot of people coming through this alley. They're cooking everything here. This lady here is grilling. Wow. Yes, it is. Well, Marv, thank you for your great service, especially 25 years. I'm sure like it was an amazing journey from what you've seen and what you've experienced, and so thank you for your service. And obviously you've been exposed to a lot of good things. They're obviously looking at me like, what's this lady doing watching us cook? But it's pretty awesome. So they're grilling right now, excuse me, these clams that almost had this like razor clam like texture. It was delicious. Welcome for tuning in, and the rest of the operation. They kind of do the dishes right there, as simple and as ghetto as it gets. Here's what I was saying, that they come around and they sell things, either vendors walking by, and us with our piles of seafood on the ground, or shells. But anyway, we're wrapping up our bill, so thank you so much everyone for joining us. Hope that you'll join us again on our next adventure. I think depending on what the weather is like, we might be taking some motorbike rides. So if you want to see how it looks like to drive or go on a motorbike through the streets of Ho Chi Minh, then tune in very soon. Take care in the meantime.